Hello Young Justice fans, Dark Superboy here again with another video for you based on our favourite superhero series, and today's going to be a rather fun activity for everyone who's interested because we are going to be turning this into this. Let's begin. First things first, I've actually been aware of this origami for several years now, but the instructions of how to build it have been so complicated, I made many failed attempts and then put it on hold. It's only until recently I started trying again by trying to get into contact with the person who made it, which turns out to be Richard Landry, the same Richard Landry who is part of the Young Justice Whelmed podcast. So he was kind enough to send me a step-by-step video of how to make it. And thanks to his brilliant tutelage, I was able to make this my own origami Miss Martian bioship. And hopefully I'll be able to pass this knowledge on to you today. So first things first, you are obviously going to need paper. But you actually don't want rectangular paper. What you want is square paper. Now, most times, at some hobbycraft shops, you'll be able to find this. Or if you can just do what I did, which was get a ruler and just measure out an even square with the same amount of proportions. And yeah. So first step is folding the paper in half. Surprising. Origami requires folding paper in half. So what we're going to do is take that paper, fold it in half once, and then again, like so. Now don't worry about not getting this right the first time. I have already gone through many a blunder and mistake just to make the next couple that I'm actually going to show you at the end. So we've made these folds. We are going to then take the bottom and fold it up to the center fold again. And we're going to fold that in half. So we've got this nice fold here. We're going to then take the two sides and fold them into the center again. Okay. I might put some lovely origami music in. And I've actually looked up origami music. Unsurprisingly, it is rather nice and calming. Probably best in this situation if you make any mistakes, because we're going to be folding a lot and instructions aren't going to be at the same pace as the folds. Next thing, we are going to take the two corners, fold, and make another fold. Is this thing? We could make a drinking game out of this. Take a shot every time I say the word fold. You might have liver failure by the end of this. But hey, why not try an interesting game whilst we're still can't all go out. And there we go. So we've got this little point here. Then we are going to do what I've been told by Richard is an inverted fold. So we unfold these two corners we've just bent over and then bend them over again, but inside where the folds we have just made actually guide them into that fold. So we do that, and as we see, and this is how we do an inverted fold. And everything. Okay. So you've got a shape like that. Again, you guys can slow it down or reverse if you aren't keeping up. But Richard's video was 40 minutes long, and obviously I'm not quite sure if you guys are willing to listen to me for that amount of time. So I am doing a bit quickly. So we're going to flip over from the part so we're going to flip over to the complete section. We are again going to fold in half so we get this nice diamond shape. We want to press out any creases or any little jits, because obviously that's going to affect your fold in the future. So we've now got this, and this little diamond shape here. We are going to take the bottom half of the diamond, fold it up to the halfway point and crease there. And then we are going to do something a bit tricky. I'm not quite sure what this is called. Andrew never said anything about what it was, but what we want to do, pull these out slightly. And then fold this. Actually, no, hang on, I'm folding the wrong way. Then fold this to make sort of a second inward fold. But we want to make sure we're folding outward and not inward, which is the mistake I has just made. And we want to try and keep the folds that we're making the exact same on either side, because obviously that's going to be a bit of a problem because we want symmetry. Once we've made those folds, you just simply press down here, flatten it out until we get a shape like this. Okay? Next thing we want to do is the next thing we want to do is we want to take all of this and have it be facing inside here with all the folds. So we undo it, fold the bottom. Ooh, easy. So fold this bottom back in. We fold the top. So the top of the paper meets the bottom of that pyramid, and then fold like this. Ooh, what's this beginning to look like? Okay, there we go. Okay, you know, I would really love it if Danica, Miss Martian herself, watched this and made an origami bioship. I would love to see that video, Danica. You could use it maybe for one of your little overwhelmed Instagram videos. Oh, what is it? Calming Monday, Madness Monday. I'll flash up what it correctly is. I've watched some of those, and they are obviously so amazing. She does so much in her downtime, as well as writing loads of books and TV shows and voicing in cartoon shows that we all love and know and love. Okay. Anyway, we're going to take this. So we've got this shape. We're going to fold over so we're back onto the kind of church archway side, and we are going to make a fold similar to like a paper airplane, making wings like that, and then like that. So it kind of looks like a bit of a Christmas tree in overall shape. We are then going to pull out this corner because there's actually paper stuck under this fold, and we need that paper. So we pull it, that paper comes out, and then we fold it like such. So we want a pretty much the horizontal line here. So again, we pull, that paper comes out. And we scrunch that all down, and then like so, very careful, there we go. Always reinforce any folds you're making because they will be needed in the future. Okay, so we've got this shape. Now, flipping her again to the other side, we fold this bottom all the way up to where this top is, like so. Oh, what's this beginning to look like now, everyone? Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, the next folds are rather a bit difficult to describe, so I might draw on these to show you. But what we want to do is we want to bring out the cockpit, which is obviously about here. Now, what we want is the top to be slightly bigger than the bottom. So we probably need it to be like so. And then obviously it's good. So now, to help do this, we fold all this in half. Yeah. And then we're going to make those folds so, again. And this is obviously just going to pull out the cockpit a bit more defined rather than having to use our imagination. And it's all right, again, it's all right if it's not 100% equal to shape. You know, you make many a practice on this. It's nice and relaxing, and it's good, nice fun. Okay, so there's our little pirate ship. Okay, you could even flatten the edges down on these little bits just to make the front half a bit more defined. See? So like that. The front's already here. Okay, now we want to make it a bit more defined again. So we're going to take this. We want to make a little bit of a crevice here. So we're going to take a fold slightly out of that. Fold onto there. Okay, so as you can see, it's just making the cockpit a bit more defined. Yeah. Then again, if we fold slightly beyond that, see? And we fold slightly again beyond that, we got our little cockpit here. Woohoo! Okay, don't worry that the points aren't in the shape yet. We're going to be focusing on that next. So we've done all that. Now we need to do... Oh, I might need to catch up on a little guide here. Okay, we've done that. Ah, okay. We need to get these straight. So what we have to do is point them, and follow me now, I know this sounds absolutely mad. We point them at a 90-degree angle from where they are going. I know this doesn't look very bio-shippy at the moment, but trust me. So we're going to have that on the undercarriage. We are then going to straighten them out by doing this and this. Straighten them out. Okay. Until. Oh, what's that beginning to look like? There we go. Put that and flatten those out there. Oh, okay. Now, the points are a bit misshapen. So what we then do is we take this, fold inwards, and then we take this part and fold inwards as well, trying to keep the angle at exactly the same. Otherwise, obviously, you're going to have a bit of an odd shaped top. And then, okay, so we're beginning to get we've got the pincers, top, and next is the wings. Well, actually, next is the fuselage. So what we have to do is we have to pull out. I'll pull out, here's one I made earlier. Ooh, Blue Peter style. You guys don't obviously have that. So we need to make the engine parts a bit more defined. Missed a step here. Not really. If you find the points a bit too aggressive, obviously you can just bring them down a bit. Okay. So what we want to do is pull out this pull out the engine part, the main engine drive. So again, so just as how we raise this up, we're going to raise the engine pieces up as well. So we make the folds slightly apart from where, so there and there, okay, slightly apart from, fold from the main divot, because obviously Now these ones, we want to fold at an angle. But as you can see, they kind of straighten up at the end. So what we want to do is a fold that is pretty relatively straight. So if we do this, add a bit of, you know, these are the kind of folds you can go a bit more free rein on. If you feel that you want them to be more straighter, then obviously you can fold them straighter, and if not, you can add a bit of a curve. But these once you've got the overall shape, this part here you can play around with. So and you'll be able to see that in some of the previous ones I've made. Okay, and some of the finer details I'll show in a moment as well. Let's see, I did that. Oh yeah, I haven't done this version of it. I'll fold that over south. Okay, so those parts are done. And then if we just do a straight flat line down here like the other side, yeah, okay. There we go. Ooh, it's a bit uneven, but obviously you'll be able to correct this. Like I said, you make as many mistakes as you like. Okay, so you got your main engine drive. So you got your points, you got your main engine drive, you got your main. Sorry, you got cockpit, you got your points, you got your main engine drives. Next, final bit, wings. Okay, these I have to. I might have to do a bit of rewatch what I've done here. Okay, what have I done? Ah. Is that right? Oh. We might come back to this on the technical. Oh. Yeah, okay. So where I made these vertical folds for the engine drives, okay, you can actually just at an angle, so from where this straight line is, if you fold at an angle here, your fold actually creates the wing. So again, this is where the engine drive is, and if you make a fold at an angle and then fold along it, you create the wing. And then the same again. So we take the engine drive, or where the engine drive was, make a fold. So let me draw it out. Let's draw it out for your visual. Make a fold. Okay. So when you fold there and fold there. Ooh. See, this is what I mean about evenness here, because if it's an uneven piece of paper, which I've discovered it is, okay, there we go. You might have to correct with some folding. So there we go. Okay. So yeah, once you have this overall shape, all that is left to do is literally smooth out the edges, and that is so I've kept all the sharp angles here, but on this side I've started, smoothing out the edges by adding an extra fold or folding in the, the corners to themselves and look smoother. See down here, it's just simply just going from this straight line to using your finger, bending that back in, and making everything less sharp. And once you've done that, it's going to obviously look a bit like this. I sharpened off the front points with folds into there, but obviously see everything looks a lot more smoother, and you've got your own more looking like a bio ship. Again, this was the prototype version, so I was using these dots as for the videos, but once you're confident enough, you don't even need to use the dots, and just go with straight up folding. You'll have something that looks a bit more like this. And then once you're confident enough that you don't even need lined paper, you can start experimenting with not only just white paper, but you could go black for night stealth mode, or green like Ba'aza Ulms from Young Justice Invasion's bioship, or you can just go with the classic red bioship. As you can see, this one's a bit rough around the edges because this is card. Red paper is rather difficult to find even at Hobbycrafts, so be careful if you're stuck with card. Be careful with your folds, because once you've committed to them, reversing them is a bit tricky. But if you've got enough pieces, you'll be able to get, just the perfected versions down, and then you can put them all together and you can have your very own Miss Martian's bioship, Mars bioship fleet, like that. So there you have it. That's how to make Miss Martian's bioship out of paper. Hope everyone has fun doing this. Don't worry if you don't get it the first time or they look a bit out of shape. She's a bioship. She can transform into anything. So have fun doing it and experimenting. I had a lovely time doing this. If I am going to tag Danica in this, so if you are watching, Danica, would love to see you make one of these, maybe in one of your Instagram videos where everyone, like a calming meditation thing. Love you as Miss Martian in Young Justice. Look forward to seeing you in Phantoms. But for those who aren't Danica watching, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is everything. I've been Dark Superboy. This has been a video on Young Justice. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, let hope be bright. Goodbye.